Hey, I'm Jonathan with Acoustic Sounds in Salina, Kansas, and today we're going to be going over the new releases for August 16th, 2024. We're going to start off by talking about what everyone probably already knows about by now. It is the next UHQR from Analog Productions in a new box. It is the Doors LA Woman 33 RPM single LP pressing, and Chad put out a video earlier this week where he goes over this in detail, does an unboxing, talks about the new style of box that we are going to be doing for the UHQRs. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, there will be a video in the link below. And this is a limited numbered edition of 4500, mastered by Bernie Grunman from the original analog master tape and pressed at QRP on 200 gram clarity vinyl. Speaking of the UHQRs by Analog Productions, we do have updated arrival dates for the last two titles from Steely Dan, and those titles are Katy Lied, and this will be shipping September 27th, and both of these Steely Dan titles are going to come in the old style box to finish out the series. And the Royal Scam will be coming out January 24th, 2025, again in the same box. Last week we began shipping the next three titles from the Analog Productions Atlantic 75 series, and those titles are Stone Temple Pilots Purple, Willie Nelson, Shotgun Willie, and Foreigner 4. And these are all mastered off of the original analog master tape by Ryan K. Smith. The next three titles that are going to be coming out in September are T-Bone Walker, T-Bone Blues, and this is a mono recording mastered from the original analog master tape. The Velvet Underground Loaded, and this is mastered from the original tape by Ryan K. Smith. And Charles Mingus, Oh Yeah, and this was also mastered by Kevin Gray, and this is a stereo recording. All of these are going to be pressed at Quality Record Pressings on 2LP 45 RPM 180 gram black vinyl and housed in a Stoughton gatefold jacket. Additionally, from Analog Productions, Spirit Sensitive by Chico Freeman, and this was pressed for metal parts mastered with Tube Electronics by Gavin Lurson and Ron Luter at the Mastering Lab, and this is a single 180 gram LP pressed at Quality Record Pressings. New from the Blue Note Classic Vinyl series, Wayne Shorter, Juju, and Lee Morgan, The Gigolo. And both of these titles are mastered by Kevin Gray from the original analog master tape and are pressed at Optimal in Germany on 180 gram vinyl. There's a lot of items up for pre-order this week. Coming out August 23rd next week from the Analog Productions Pablo Series, Sarah Vaughan, How Long Has This Been Going On? And this is going to be mastered by Matthew Luthans from the original analog master tape. And Ella Fitzgerald and Joe Pass, Fitzgerald and Pass again. And this one is going to be pressed with parts that were mastered by Stan Ricker from the original analog master tape. Coming August 30th from Rudy Six Records, Patrick Leonard, It All Comes Down to Mood, and this is a double LP mastered for vinyl by Bob Ludwig at Gateway Mastering, and the lacquers were cut by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grunman Mastering, and this will be pressed at RTI. And this record has been shepherded by Michael Fremer of The Tracking Angle and The Absolute Sound, and the cover art for this is done by Storm Thorgerson, who famously did the cover for Dark Side of the Moon. Coming October 25th from the Reprise Because Sound Matters series, a new 20th anniversary one-step edition of American Idiot by Green Day, and this is mastered from the 192-24 high-res transfers of the original master tape by Levi Seitz at Black Belt Studios, and will be one-step plated and pressed at RTI on 180 gram high-definition vinyl, and this is limited to 3,000 numbered copies, and we will only be allowing one per customer. Two new titles are coming October 4th from the Blue Note Tone Poet series, Booker Little 4 and Max Roach, and Donald Byrd, Kofi. Coming October 4th from the Deutsche Grammophon Original Source series, Chopin Preludes, Opus 28, Dvorak Symphony No. 9, Grieg, Peer Gynt Suites, and Mozart Piano Concertos No. 20 and 21. And all of these are limited numbered editions that are mastered from the original multi-track tapes at Emil Berliner Studios. From CPM, Alison Brown, Simple Pleasures, and this is remixed and remastered from the 192-36 high-res transfers from the original multi-track tapes, and this is a limited edition on black and white swirl vinyl with a 4-color booklet, and it includes an album download code with 3 never-before-released bonus tracks. From Blue Engine Records, Roy Hargrove, The Love Suite in Mahogany, live from Jazz at Lincoln Center. From Surf Dog, Stray Cats, 40, a limited edition on white vinyl. From Legacy, Train, Save Me San Francisco, a deluxe 15th anniversary 2LP reissue. And Scandal featuring Patti Smith, Warrior. From Monument, Shelby Lynn, Consequences of the Crown, a limited edition on opaque metallic gold vinyl. From Strolling Bones Records, Jontavius Willis's West Georgia Blues. From Soul Jazz Records, various artists, Soul Jazz Records presents Rastafari, The Dreads Enter Babylon, 1955 through 83, a limited edition on blue vinyl. From Concord Craft Recordings, Tommy Oliviencia y su Orquesta, Plante Bandera. From Omnivore, The Muffs' self-titled album, an expanded, remastered edition. From Atlantic, Foster the People, Paradise State of Mind, a limited edition on translucent green vinyl. From BMG, Donnie Harrison, Inner Standing, a limited edition on neon yellow vinyl. From Rostrum Records, we have 5 Mac Miller albums, Best Day Ever, on lavender vinyl. Kids, on translucent yellow vinyl. Blue Slide Park, on translucent green vinyl. Macadelic, on white vinyl. And Watching Movies with the Sound Off, on brown vinyl. From Hollywood Records, the original soundtrack for Deadpool and Wolverine on limited edition multicolor vinyl. And from Warner Classics, various artists, Intense Tchaikovsky. And now it's time for an employee pick, and this week's pick comes from James in the design department, Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. Front to back, my favorite Motorhead record just based on variety. Probably because this was the only album with guitarist Brian Robertson from Thin Lizzy, another band I admire. There's a different feel to it compared to their earlier releases. A groove, a certain kind of magic. Great packaging too. Not only the cover, but the fun comic strip insert that's included. Thank you, James. Well, that wraps up the new releases here at Acoustic Sounds this week for August 16th, 2024. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and the email newsletter in the footer of our website. And if you aren't already, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Thank you very much.
Please like and subscribe for more audiophile content.